I love Superman 1 and 2. I never seen Superman 3, nor what I never seen Superman 3, although it is tempting. I have a guilty pleasure with Superman 4. I liked Superman Returns, even though after seeing 1 and 2, it may never compare. And I never saw Supergirl. I've watched Cinematic Venom's review of it, and hmm, it's probably going to be unfortunate for some people, especially the Blockbuster Buster.
There is a legend, and it goes like this. There are 13 comic book based movies that are so bad, so atrocious, very few dare to watch them, let alone review them. They are so abominable to behold that they must never be seen. For this reason, they are called the Unseen 13. I'm the Blockbuster Buster. One of the most enduring heroines in DC Comics still remains Supergirl. Created at the beginning of the Silver Age to sponge off the popularity of Superman, while the Girl of Steel had many aliases throughout the years, the most popular still remains Kara Zor-El, Superman's cousin from Krypton's neighboring city of Argo. Spared the destruction of her world thanks to cryogenic stasis and a rocket similar to the one that brought Superman to Earth, she was gifted with superpowers by the Earth's yellow sun, and she was inspired by her cousin to don the red, yellow, and blue and dedicate her abilities to saving lives and fighting the forces of evil as Supergirl. This November, the Girl of Steel returns to the mainstream with CBS's Supergirl series, starring Melissa Benoist. While this new series might just usher in a new era of prosperity for Supergirl, 31 years ago, the first attempt at giving her her own solo franchise ended almost as quickly as it begun. So, let's go back in time by reversing the rotation of the Earth. Embrace yourselves as I unleash one of the Unseen 13. This is 1984's Supergirl. So our movie begins on the city of Argo, located on one of the moons of Krypton that survived the explosion of the planet. The survivors dwell in a self-sustaining enclosed environment powered by an ambiguous sci-fi whatchamahoosits called the Omega Hedron. Here we meet Kara, played by the lovely and talented 80s bombshell Helen Slater. We also meet Zoltar, played by the legendary Peter O'Toole. Zoltar is the city's, honestly, I don't know what he does. But he's always hanging around like an unemployed bum waving his plastic wand around making, whatever the hell that is.
What's that gonna be, Zoltar?
I think a tree.
Oh, no. That's not a tree. This is a tree.
We're just touching the canvas and begin pushing, making the bristles bend slightly downward. See there? Look at that. Isn't that a nice little tree? And he lives right here in this brush.
He's like a magician with that brush.
Our city has two great power sources. This is one of them. Look.
Wait, why does Zoltar have the Omega Hedron in his pocket? Shouldn't that thing be in a safe place, under heavy guard?
Exactly. That's why I'm going to Venus.
Zoltar,
Oh my God!
thought about this? It doesn't make sense to me.
I have thought.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like some irresponsible jackass tossed it out the window.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe that just fucking happened. What are the walls of this city made out of? Tissue paper? So the Omega Hedron flies millions of light years away and lands on Earth. Sure, why not? And someone has to go retrieve it, otherwise the citizens of Argo are doomed. Before an experienced and capable individual can be chosen to travel to Earth and get the MacGuffin Hedron back, Kara jumps into their only spaceship and takes off after the orb. Okay, let me see if I understand all of this. First, they allow a talentless, unemployed artist to play with their power source, and now their only escape pod, which was sitting in the middle of the city unguarded, was stolen by a teenage girl. Gee, I can't wait to see what their military is like.
Have you ever seen one of these?
Looks like a grenade.
It's a light grenade. Pull the pin, set it down. Whoever picks it up, grenade remains, person disappears.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Who'd pick it up?
Look,
Pick me up.
diabolical, isn't it?
Well, at least, since Kara is headed towards Earth, they can contact Superman ahead of time.
Reports that Superman has indeed embarked on a special peace-seeking mission to a galaxy scientists estimate may be several hundred billion light years.
Never mind. So the MacGuffin Hedron lands in the lap of a wannabe
Christopher Reeve actually was supposed to appear in the movie originally, but after shooting began, he backed out.
witch called Selena, played by Faye Dunaway.
Immortality be upon this one. She is a sharer of the sun's everlasting life. There will now be no danger of death. This world will keep her forever.
How do you know that? It's a mysterious orb that fell from the sky. For all that you know, it could be the air freshener from the Russian space station. While we're on the subject, I wonder where the toilet seat landed.
The whole thing was supposed to fall in the Pacific Ocean, but a few pieces made it to the West Coast, including the seat of a zero-G toilet. Aw, shit.
So we cut to Kara, who landed safely on Earth, I think, and then emerges from her capsule in her Supergirl uniform. Wait, what? Where do I begin? First of all, Superman's costume was made for him by his adopted mother, Martha Kent, when he decided to be a superhero. They are not common Kryptonian clothes. But just for the sake of argument, let's say that Kara is aware that Clark is Superman and that he wears this very particular outfit while he performs heroics. She still left Argo spontaneously. How the hell did she know to bring that outfit with her? And on top of all that, she already has her superpowers. She hasn't even had the chance to soak up that much yellow sun radiation, and she already has super strength, flight, and the ability to make flowers bloom with her heat vision.
Something to note, the Zod gang in Superman 2, they gain powers almost immediately, also.
Heat vision doesn't work that way! Hey, those flying effects actually look pretty good. And those look like shit. Superman, you'll believe a man can fly. Supergirl, you'll believe a girl can hang from wires in front of rear projection. So we cut to Selena, who takes the MacGuffin Hedron back to her house, which is the haunted house in an amusement park. She is a grown woman who can afford expensive clothes, an assistant, a luxury car, but she lives in an attraction at an amusement park. Who the hell was your realtor, the Joker?
Have you ever considered that maybe she might have done terrible things to hide in that amusement park?
Honey, I'm home.
So we cut to Supergirl, who gets a signal on her handy-dandy tracking bracelet, letting her know that the MacGuffin Hedron is nearby. So she lands, nowhere near the amusement park where we know that the MacGuffin Hedron is at. A couple of horny hillbillies spot her in her Superman outfit and take this as a surefire signal to get under her cape. Oh no, sweetie, that is not what he meant when he asked for a blowjob, but you know what? Who cares? You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, Reina, mommy, daddy button.
So after dispatching the random rapist, Supergirl spots a group of girls from a private school playing sports. So she magically changes into one of their school uniforms and a brown wig. Where does she keep getting all these clothes? And then she enrolls at the private school. Okay, I can see how you would think that enrolling in a private school would help you blend in with human culture, but just spitballing here. You know how I think your time would be better spent? Looking for the orb that powers the city where your people are dying! Dying! Not only do you have a tracking device, but you're Supergirl. You could search the entire town at super speed and find the MacGuffin Hedron in seconds. But instead, for no good reason, you're going to class, playing lacrosse, and trying on bras over your clothes. What is the deal with your family wearing their underwear on the outside? Seriously, it ain't natural. Alright, brace yourselves, because this is when the movie about the flying girl in the miniskirt gets ridiculous. While attending the private school, Kara's assigned roommate turns out to be Lucy Lane.